The elevator whisks me at terminal velocity to the 20th floor. This is a book about sex, like hot, filthy sex. And I'm on page 5, and we're talking about how fast the elevator's going. And no one's having sex on it. Where's the sex? Welcome to the Mike Saunders Project. Of course, I'm Mike Saunders, and today we're going to read 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. Fudge. Number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list, 2011. Somebody gave this to my wife, like, a long time ago. When she didn't even know the book existed, and people were like, "Oh, I'm just fucking flicking the bean." Just jilling off. Every chick was jilling off to this book. And my wife didn't know anything about it, and they're like, "Oh, you should definitely read this book. You'll be jilling off in no time. You could jill right into a can." She read maybe the first chapter. I don't know. Maybe we'll get her perspective in a different episode. And I just kind of sat around here, and I was cleaning out. I was going through all my books, and this was in there, and I'm like, maybe I'll read this. I am going to make, presumably, I think there's 26 chapters. That was like second grade. And then the fox went to Mars. There's the picture, all children. The fox going to Mars. The Mike Saunders children's book, The Fox Who Went to Mars. So I'm going to make 26 episodes, presumably. Who knows if anybody watched them. And I'm going to read a chapter of video. 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. Fudge.
Hi, Ernie. Hey, you're a cookie.
That popular Keebler cookie named E.L. Fudge. That's E as in everybody, L as in loves, Fudge.
But whoever they wrote it to is named Niall, Niall, the master of my universe. So, you know what? I'm going to actually change that to He-Man, master of the universe. After who it's for, there's an acknowledgement page. I'm not reading any of that shit. I'll just put that here, and then maybe I can freeze frame it. You can hit pause and read to your heart's delight. Alright, and then another page, 50 Shades of Grey. How many shades are there? There's a little note I wrote up in the corner that I would cast the two main characters as Brett Butler and Peter Graves. But Brett Butler from was it Grace Under Fire? That age, Brett Butler. I think she was like hitting 40 almost. And then just the same. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Peter Graves. All right, let's start with chapter 1. I can't stand the two main characters' names already. I've read some of it already. Just jilling off. And the main character, his name is Anastasia Steele. And then the guy that, she's jilling off with, his name is Christian Grey. Those are names you'd use if you were making a James Bond parody movie. It'd be Anastasia Steele, and she's the daughter of James Bond. And she's here to kill number 1 evil billionaire Christian Grey. And he's going to take the sun hostage.
I want to harness the power of the sun.
And she's like, by Her Majesty's authority, or whatever they say. It's a shame that Americans don't know much about English, British stuff. Anyway, chapter 1. I scowl with frustration at myself in the mirror. Damn my hair. It just won't behave. And damn Catherine Kavanaugh for being ill and subjecting me to this ordeal. Kate is my roommate, and she has chosen today of all days to succumb to the flu. Topical. Therefore, she cannot attend the interview she arranged to do. with some mega industrialist tycoon I've never heard of for the student newspaper. I have final exams to cram for and one final essay to finish, and I'm supposed to be working this afternoon. But no, today I have to drive 165 miles to downtown Seattle in order to meet the CEO of Gray Enterprise. Let me read that again. But no, today I have to drive 165 miles to downtown Seattle in order to meet the CEO of Gray Enterprises. This is just a tongue twister. CEO of Gray Enterprises Holdings Incorporated. Fucking somebody's texting me about X-Files. The CEO of Gray Enterprises Holdings Incorporated. As an exceptional entrepreneur and major benefactor of our industry, wow. Why decide to read a book if I can't even read? As an exceptional entrepreneur and major benefactor of our university, his time is extraordinarily precious, much more precious than mine. But he has granted Kate an interview. A real coup, she tells me. Damn her extracurricular activities. Kate is huddled on the couch in the living room. Alright, and this is Kate's voice. Anna! Anna, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get like Samantha from Sex and the City, which is something I shouldn't even know. Anna, I'm sorry. It took me 9 months to get this interview. I will take another 6 to reschedule, and we'll both have graduated by then. As the editor, I can't blow this off. Please. Kate begs me in her rasping, sore throat voice, which I did not convey at all. How does she do it? Even ill. She looks gammon and gorgeous. Strawberry blonde hair in place and green eyes bright, although now red-rimmed and runny. I ignore my pang of unwelcome sympathy. Of course I'll go, Kate. You should get back into bed. Would you like some NyQuil or Tylenol? NyQuil, please. Here are the questions and my digital recorder. Just press record here. Make notes. I'll just transcribe it all. I know nothing about him, I murmur, trying and failing to suppress my rising panic. The questions you'll see. Boo. Guys, I want to go, like I'm trying to do Samantha, but I keep trying to go into fucking Cowardly Lion. The questions you see. Go, it's a long drive. I don't want you to be late. Okay, I'm going. Get back to bed. I made you some soup to heat up later. I stare. I hope it doesn't like she just heated up a can of Campbell's and she's like, reheat this later. Gathering my backpack, I smile wryly at her. And then I head out the door to my car. I cannot believe I have let Kate talk me into this. But then Kate can talk anyone into anything. She'll make an exceptional journalist. She's articulate, strong, persuasive, argumentative, beautiful. She's my dearest, dearest friend. The roads are clear as I set off from Vancouver, Washington, towards Interstate 5. It's early. And I don't have to be in Seattle until 2 this afternoon. Fortunately, Kate has lent me her sporty Mercedes CLK. Jesus Christ. Mercedes CLK. NyQuil or Tylenol. I'm not sure, Wanda. My old VW Beetle would make the journey in time. Oh, the Merc is fun to drive. I hope that's what Merce is that the short for Mercedes? Merc. I thought that was short for mercenary. The miles. My destination is the headquarters of Mr. Gray's global enterprise. It's a huge penis. Damn, this is hot. It's a huge 20-story office building, all curved glass and steel. An architect's utilitarian fantasy with a gray house written discreetly in steel over the glass front doors. It's 1:45 when I arrive, greatly relieved that I'm not late as I walk into enormous penis. And I'm not late as I walk into the enormous and frankly intimidating glass, steel, and white sandstone lobby. Wow, it's just E.L. Fudge is just has such a way with words. Behind the solid sandstone desk, a very attractive, groomed, blonde young woman smiles pleasantly at me. She's wearing the sharpest charcoal suit jacket and white shirt I have ever seen. She looks immaculate. I'm here to see Mr. Gray and Anastasia Steele for Catherine Kavanaugh. Excuse me one moment, Miss Steele. She arches her eyebrows as I stand self-consciously before her. I'm beginning to wish I'd borrow one of Kate's formal blazers rather than worn my navy blue jacket. I have made an effort and worn my one and only skirt. I have made an effort and worn my one and only skirt, my sensible brown knee-length boots, and a blue sweater. For me, this is smart. She picked out a smart. She went through her closet. She arranged some things. She picked out a smart suit. She's gonna do well. I bet she's gonna do well. We're gonna find out, but I bet she's gonna do great. And she's being a good friend to Catherine Kavanaugh. Miss Kavanaugh is expected. Please sign here, Miss Steele. Oh, I forgot to do trying to do like the Ghostbusters secretary. Miss Kavanaugh is expected. No, I can't do it. Oh, you want the last elevator on the right. Press for the 20th floor. She smiles kindly at me. Amused, no doubt, as I sign in. The end. She hands me a security pass that has visitor very firmly stamped on the front. See, if she starts using words like firmly already, she's going to run out of the sex words. I can't help my smirk. Surely it's obvious that I'm just visiting. I don't fit in here at all. Nothing changes, I inwardly sigh. Nothing changes. Bleep. Thanking her, I walk over to the bank of elevators and I pass two security men who are both far more smartly dressed than I am in their well-cut penises. The elevator whisks me at terminal velocity to the 20th floor. This is a book about sex, like hot, filthy sex. And I'm on page 5, and we're talking about how fast the elevator's going. And no one's having sex on it. Where's the sex? The doors slide open like sex legs. I am a giant child. And I'm in another large lobby again. All glass, steel, and white sandstone. And it's starting to sound like a Twilight Zone episode. And then she gets into another elevator, and it takes her to another lobby. I'm confronted by another dressed impeccably in black and white. Wow, I just skipped a whole sentence, so let's just skip further. Miss Steele, could you wait here, please? She points to the seated area, the white leather chairs. Over there, please, Miss Steele. Miss Steele, get over there. Miss Steele, if you don't fucking sit down, I'm gonna go get Christian Grey right now. And spoiler alert, he's into S&M, BDSM. That means bedroom shenanigans. Behind the leather chairs is a spacious, glass-walled meeting room with an equally spacious dark wood table and at least 20 matching chairs around it. Beyond that, there is a floor-to-ceiling window with a view of Seattle skyline that looks out through the city towards the Sound. It's a stunning vista, and I'm momentarily paralyzed by the view. Wow. All right. I sit down, fish the questions from my backpack, and I go through them, inwardly cursing Kate for not providing me with a brief biography, or the cliff notes, at least, or I know nothing about this man, and I'm about to interview. He could be 90, or he could be 30, or he could be 40, or 30, or 60, or 70, or 30, or 60, or 70, or 30, or 60. The uncertainty is galling, and my nerves resurface, making me fidget. A group discussion where I can sit inconspicuously in the back of the room. To be honest, I prefer my own company, reading a classic British novel curled up in a chair in the campus library, not sitting twitching nervously in a colossal, boring-ass book. I mean, glass and stone edifice. E.L. Fudge, you're really, really obsessed with stone, glass, and metal. As I roll my eyes on myself, get a grip, Steele. Judging from the building, which is too clinical and modern, I guess Gray is in his 40s. Fit, tanned, fair-haired to match the rest of his personnel. Another elegant, flawlessly dressed blonde comes out of a large door to the right. What is it with all the immaculate blondes? I often ask myself, what is it with these immaculate blondes? Why are they so clean? Why are they so blonde? It's like Stepford here. Ah, a reference to the Stepford Wives. Ah, I see what you've done. Miss Steele, the latest blonde asked. Yes, I croak. I clear my throat. Yes. There, that sounded more confident. Mr. Gray will see you in a moment. May I take your jacket? Oh, please, I struggle out of the jacket. Have you been offered any refreshment? No. Oh dear, is blonde number one in trouble? Blonde number two frowns, and the young woman at the desk. Would you like tea, coffee, or water? A glass of water, thank you. Olivia, please fetch Miss Steele a glass of water. Her voice is stern. Olivia, please get Miss Steele some water. And you're fired. Good day. My apologies, Miss Steele. Olivia is our new intern. We're going to kill her later. Mr. Gray has a zero tolerance policy with immaculate blonde interns and secretaries. Oh, Olivia returns with a glass of iced water. Not even ice water, iced water. Iced. What's the difference between ice water and iced water? I guess that makes sense because iced water would be water with ice in it, and ice water would be water that was melted from ice. How many fucking more pages? There's no sex. And let's face it, we're here for the sex. God damn it. Dude, there's so many pages. Alright, how many pages are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages back and front, guys. Yowzers. Okay, double crap me and my 2 left feet. On my hands and knees in the doorway to Mr. Gray's office, and gentle hands all around me, helping me to stand. We'll just scat bebop my way through this book. I am so embarrassed. Damn my clumsiness. I have to steel myself to glance up. Is she just doing this? Is she just fucking with us? Are we getting fucked with? I feel like we're getting fucked with. I have to steel myself to glance up. Holy cow, he's so young. Miss Kavanaugh. He extends his long-fingered hands. You know where those fingers are going. I'm Christian Grey. I'm Christian Grey. Are you alright? Would you like to sit? 23 Skidoo. So young, so attractive, very attractive. He's tall, dressed in a fine gray suit, because his last name is Gray, baby. He's got a white shirt and a black tie, and an unruly dark copper-colored hair and intense bright gray eyes. Everything about him is gray. Fuck yeah. Fuck. Actually, I mutter, if this guy's over 30, then I'm a monkey's uncle. Somebody just wants to fucking talk about X-Files, I'm telling you. Yeah, dude, I'm just getting texts about X-Files. Somebody I know was watching X-Files, and I've seen it before. I mean, I'm not mad about it, just, like, he's, like, live tweeting me about X-Files on episodes I don't really remember. 50 Shades. Alright, now where am I? Well, if we can't figure out where we are, then we just go to the next page. Those are the rules. I forgot the rules momentarily. Business is all about people, Miss Steele, and I'm very good at judging people. I know how they tick. Guess what that rhymes with. And they make them flourish. What doesn't? What inspires them? How to incentivize them? Wow, how to desensitize them. I cannot read for shit. Maybe you're just lucky. This isn't on Kate's list, but he's so arrogant. His eyes flare momentarily in surprise. I don't subscribe to luck or chance, Miss Steele. With a good blaster by your side. I think it was Harvey Firestone. I think he means Firestein, who said, "The growth and development of people is the highest calling of leadership." Right, Harvey Firestein. You sound like a control freak. The words are out of my mouth before I can stop him. Oh, I exercise control in all things, Miss Steele. He says without a trace of humor in his smile. I look at him, and he holds my gaze steadily, impassive. My heartbeat quickens, and my face flushes again. Much like a toilet, my face flushes. Why does he have such an unnerving effect on me? His overwhelming good looks, maybe? Maybe his eyes blaze at me? The way he strokes his index finger against his lower lip? I wish he'd stop doing that. Besides immense powers acquired by assuring yourself in your secret reveries that you were born to control things, he continues in a soft voice. Do you feel that you have an immense power? I employ over 40,000 people, Miss Steele. That gives me a certain sense of responsibility, power, if you will. If I were to decide that I was no longer interested in the telecommunications business and sell 20,000 people would struggle to make their mortgage payments after a month or so. My mouth drops open. He fills it. My mouth drops open. I am staggered by his lack of humility. Don't you have a board to answer to? I asked, disgusted. I own my own company. I don't have to answer to a board. Cool. Do you have any interests outside your work? I have varied interests, Miss Steele. A ghost of a smile touches his lips. Yes, varied. For some reason, I'm confounded and heated by his steady gaze. Sorry. He leaped over the desk, stabbed her repeatedly. His eyes are all right. His eyes are alight with some wicked thought. But if you work so hard, what will you do to chill out? Chill out, he smiles, revealing perfect white teeth. I stop breathing. He really is beautiful. Dude, they're gonna have sex. I mean, there's this much here, but I guess sex is gonna happen in here. Well, to chill out, as you put it, I sail, I fly. I have wings and gills. I am the wind, Miss Steele. Indulge in various physical pursuits. He shifts in his chair. I'm a very wealthy man, Miss Steele, and I have expensive and absorbing hobbies. I glance quickly at Kate's questions, wanting to get off the subject. You invest in manufacturing. Why specifically, I ask. Why does he make me so uncomfortable? I like to build things. I like to know how things work. What makes things tick. His mouth quirks up. He stares appraisingly at me. Possibly. Though there are people who'd say I don't have a heart. Why would they say that? Because they know me well. His lip curls into a wry smile. Would your friends say you're easy to get to know? And I regret the question as soon as I say it. It's not on Kate's list. Oh shit. Alright. Jesus Christ, this takes forever. God, dude, guys, there's fucking like 4 more pages. Holy fuck. God damn it. And it's just all this shit. Dude, she's asking the questions, right? And he's just big leaguing her the whole time. Because he wants to beat that puss, I guess. Oh, he also invested in farming technologies. Why are you interested in that? We can't eat money, Miss Steele. Yeah, he's nagging her and shit. Oh, God. Dude, is he gonna pull his cock out or what? Is his dick coming out? I mean, by reading this, I wouldn't be surprised if we never even hear about the penis. Not that I'm interested, but I mean, let's get the penis out right away, alright? And just do something with it, alright? Come on, look at it. I am 12 pages in, and not even a hint of sex. Honey, look at all this. What is all this? Alright, let me just... Boom. The Mac laptop is sleek and silver and rather beautiful. It has a very large screen, Christian Grey-like scale. I think of his living area, in fact his whole apartment. I got the latest operating system and full suite of programs, plus 1.5 terabyte hard drive, so they have plenty of room, 32 gigs of RAM. What do you plan to use it for? Email. Email, he chokes, raising his eyebrows. Sally said, she's going to use it to play Quake, I think. Like, I open up halfway and it's still just people talking about shit and describing it? Alright, come on. Erotica roulette, alright. Vagina, penis, anything. God damn it, there's nothing here. I want you to be comfortable with your body. You have a beautiful body. It's a joy to behold. Alright, one more, and then we'll get on with this. Alright, right here. That's just fucking emails. Alright, come on. Come on, look, just emails. I'm gonna just do one more. Boom. It's just people chatting. Oop, I thought I saw anal, but it was just Anna with an exclamation point. Oh, God. Alright. I don't have a philosophy as such. Maybe I like guiding principles. Carnegie's a man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else which he is justly entitled. I'm very singular driven. I like to control of myself and those around me. So you want to possess things? You are a control freak. That's what she thinks in her mind. And he goes, I want to deserve to possess them, but yes, bottom line, I do. You sound like the ultimate consumer. Oh my God, you sound like the ultimate consumer, Mr. Gray. I am. He smiles, but the smile doesn't touch his eyes. Again, this is at odds with someone who wants to feed the world, so I can't help thinking we're talking about something else. But I'm mystified as to what it is. I swallow hard. I swallow hard, but I mean, it's not about sex. The temperature in the room is rising. I feel the temperature rising. Lord Almighty, I feel the temperature rising. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I want this interview to be over. Surely Kate has enough material by now. I glance at the questions. You were adopted. How much do you think that shaped the way you are? Oh, this is personal. I stare at him, hoping he's not offended. His brow furrows. I have no way of knowing. My interest is picked. How old were you when you were adopted? That's a matter of public record, Miss Steele. His tone is stern. Crap, yes, of course. If I had known what I was doing in this interview, I would have done some research. Flustered. Don't feel bad, Anastasia. I don't even know who E.L. Fudge is. I didn't research it. Don't worry, Anastasia. She's just worrying. Don't worry, he's gonna fuck you. Are you gay, Mr. Gray? He inhaled sharply, and I cringed, mortified. Crap. Why didn't I employ some kind of filter before I read this straight out? Why am I such a dizzy dame? No, Anastasia, I am not. He raised his eyebrows, a cool gleam in his eyes. He does not look pleased. He is homophobic. I apologize. It's written here. It's the first time he said my name. My heartbeat accelerated. My cheeks are heating up. Nervously, I tuck my loosened hair behind my ear. He cocks his head to one side. Again, another word, cock. And there's no sex happening. He's just cocking his head. Cock? These aren't your own questions? The blood drains from my head. No, Kate, Miss Kavanaugh. She compiled the questions. Are your colleagues on the student paper? Are you colleagues on the student paper? Oh, no. I have nothing to do with the student paper. It's her extracurricular activity, not mine. My face is aflame. No, she's my roommate. He rubs his chin in quiet deliberation, his gray eyes appraising me. Did you volunteer to do this interview? I was drafted. She's not well. That explains a great deal. There's a knock on the door. Blonde number 2 enters. Mr. Gray, forgive me for interrupting, but your next meeting is in 2 minutes. We're not finished here, Andrea. Please cancel my next meeting. Andrea hesitates, gaping at him. Gaping. She appears lost. He turns his head slowly to face her and raises his eyebrows. She flushes bright pink. Oh, God, it's not just me. Very well, Mr. Gray, she mutters, and then exits. He frowns and turns his attention back to me. Where were we, Miss Steele? Oh, we're back to Miss Steele now? That's what she thinks. And he goes, please, don't let me keep you from anything. I want to know about you. I think it's only fair. His eyes alight with curiosity. Double crap. Where's he going with this? He places like a... meaning like a real-life woman not going to know what's happening here. Double crap, where's he going with this? He places his elbows on the arms of the chair and steeples his fingers to the front of his mouth. His mouth is very detracting. I swallow. There's not much to know. What are your plans after you graduate? I shrug, thrown by his interest. Move to Seattle with Kate and find a job. That's what she thought. I haven't made any plans, Mr. Gray. I just need to get through my final exams, which I should be studying for right now rather than sitting... we run an excellent internship program here, he says quietly. I raise my eyebrows in surprise. Is he offering me a job? Oh, I'll bear that in mind, I murmur, confounded, though I'm not sure I'd fit in here. Oh, no. I'm musing out loud again. Why do you say that? He tilts his head one side, cocking it. Intrigued, a hint of smile playing on his lips. It's obvious, isn't it? I'm uncoordinated, scruffy, and I'm not blonde. Not to me. His gaze is intense, all humor gone, and strange muscles deep within my belly clench suddenly. There we go. There we go. A little bit of clenching. A little bit of nether clench. It's happening. I tear my eyes away from his scrutiny and stare blindly down at my knotted fingers. What's going on? I have to go now. I lean forward to retrieve my recorder. Would you like me to show you around? He asks. And she goes, I'm sure you're too far busy, Mr. Gray. I have a long drive. And he goes, you're driving back to Vancouver? Well, you better drive carefully. Did you get everything you need? And she said, yes, sir. Thank you for the interview, Mr. Gray. And she's like, the pleasure's been all mine. He says, polite as ever, and as I rise, he stands to hold out his hand. Until we meet again, Miss Steele. And it sounds like a challenge or a threat. I'm not sure which. I frown. When will we ever meet again? I shake his hand once more, astounded that the odd current between us is still there. It must be my nerves. Mr. Gray, I nod at him. Moving with the lithe, athletic grace to the door, he opens it wide. Just ensuring you make it through the door, Miss Steele. He gives me a small smile. Obviously, he's referring to my earlier, less than elegant entry into his office. Oh, yeah, when she tripped. That's very considerate, Mr. Gray, I snap, and his smile widens. We're on the last page of the first chapter, guys. Do you have a coat, Mr. Gray asks. A jacket. Olivia, remember she's the blonde intern. Olivia leaps up and retrieves my jacket, which Mr. Gray takes from her before she can hand it to me. He holds it up, feeling ridiculously self-conscious. I shrug it on. Oh, he places his hand on his shoulders. I gasp at the contact. He notices my reaction and gives nothing away. If he notices my reaction, he gave nothing away. His long index finger presses the button, summoning the elevator. And we stand waiting awkwardly on my part, coolly self-possessed on his. The doors open, and I hurry in, desperate to escape. I really need to get out of here. When I turn to look at him, he's gazing at me, leaning against the doorway beside the elevator with one hand on the wall. He really is very, very good looking. It's unnerving. Anastasia, he says as a farewell. Christian, I reply, and mercifully, the doors close. The end. Alright, that was it for chapter 1. This video was way longer than I thought it was going to be. It is a long time to read a chapter, and plus all my nonsense. See what kind of response this gets, and we'll see if I do any more. Let's see. If you want me to do more, I'll do more.
What do you think, Lenny? What does it smell like?
It actually smells kind of good.
Yeah, I've drank.
It smells like
Bullshit!
Welcome to the slumped shoulders. Oh, you know what? Welcome to the Mike Saunders Project. I, of course, am Mike Saunders, and welcome to this video. Okay, where am I? Behind the leather chairs, referring the synonyms. Alright, I've never been comfortable with the one-on-one interviews, preferring the anonymous. I can say anonymous, but why can't I say anonymity? Anonymity. You gotta stretch your ear and make sure it's right. Welcome back to the Mike Saunders Project. Why am I doing that?